Mikel, how end the season?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Mikel, how encouraging was that as a way to end the season? A lot of attacking threat, but maybe a few problems.
It was a crazy game right from the start. The moment we went 1 or 2-0 up, and you could sense that their front players were a bit cheating. And obviously, if you didn't finish the actions every time the counter was open, we allowed them too many balls in the box. This is where they are really dangerous. We had some really good quality moments with the ball in the final third, but we weren't at the races without the ball like we've been doing the last few games.
Sorry, did you say that the front players were cheating? Could you expand
well,
on?
I mean, cheating is like they stay up front because they know they are more than cheating. And probably the way is a little bit gambling, and obviously hard to control them when you lose the ball or you don't finish the actions. And there were open spaces. At some stage, it was a little bit of a basketball game where there was not much control there.
I wouldn't want you to get in trouble by saying cheating.
Yeah. Well done. Sorry.
Could I just ask about Emi Martinez? And Bernd Leno's fit next week, we expect. But is Martinez the one in the driving seat for the cup final starting spot?
Well, Emi has earned his place with another brilliant performance today again. When the team needed him, he made some fantastic saves. Ben is still recovering from his injury, so Emi is the one now.
So is he the number one just for tomorrow? Or, I mean, are we talking, are you looking forward to the battle between these?
In football, next week is too much. So let's hope that he's available for the game. And if that's the case, he will start the final.
Mark at the Press Association.
Hi, Mikel. It's obviously 3 points in 8th place, but how much better will you have to be next week to win the FA Cup?
Yeah, it will be a completely different game. First of all, from the mental side, it will be equal, how much they want it and how much we want it. I don't think it was the case today because obviously the necessity that they have, the approach, the way they have to go to the game, it was different to ours. And normally you can see that when you don't have the ball. But hopefully it will be very different.
And Pierre obviously played the whole game. He got 2 goals. How gutted is he not to have got that golden boot?
Yeah, you could see that he was really trying. You could see at some stages his teammates were trying too hard, even enforcing things to give him the opportunity to score another goal. But his numbers are already fantastic, so it doesn't change much.
And then just finally, we haven't spoken to you since the news that Skodran was definitely going to miss the cup final. How gutted is he, and how sad are you not to have him because he's been one of your best defenders of late?
Yes, it looks a really nasty injury again. We have lost Callum Chambers, I think the week after I arrived here. After we lost Pablo as well for 3 months. We lost Musti, so at the back we are really touched and short. Musti's been playing really consistently and a really good level with me, and we wish him a quick recovery.
Do you expect it to be quite a long-term injury then?
I think so, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Charles Watts.
Mikel, can you just expand on that maybe a little bit on Mustafi? What? I mean, how long are we talking? Is he going to miss the start of next season then?
Yes, he will. Yeah.
What sort of time?
He pulled the tendon of the bone in his hamstring, and that's normally a lot of weeks.
A lot of weeks. Is that something you might have to think about for the transfer market then, or you got enough defenders?
Well, I already mentioned you 3 central defenders that they are not available, and we haven't had them available for a long time anyway during the season, and we'll have to address that.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
I don't see anybody else. Thank you very much, everybody.
Sam is there.
Sam?
Thanks, Mikel. Sorry, just a really quick one. You seem very visibly annoyed after the second goal went in for Arsenal, just before the drinks break, and then you were quite animated during that drinks break. What was annoying you so much at that point?
A few things that I didn't like.
Can you explain them at all?
No, sorry. I won't
Okay.
do that here.
Was that to do with the control that you mentioned, the basketball?
It were a few things that they weren't at the standards, in my opinion.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Nick Callow, last one.
Okay, sorry.
Nick?
Technology. Sorry, Mikel. Just finally, do you have any thoughts for Watford getting relegated?
Well, I feel very sorry for them. I think they were unlucky today. It's a team that they are neighbors with us around the training ground, that they are very local. And it must be really hard. They tried to the last minutes. I think you could see today how much they wanted him. And sorry, hopefully they will be back next season in the Premier League, because I know how good the club and the players should be with that result.
Troy Deeney was saying it could be his last game as a footballer. What would you reflect on his career if that's the case?
I hope he doesn't, because I think it's a player that has left a stamp in the Premier League, the way he plays, the way he expresses himself, his character and everything. So I hope he regrets. Probably it's a really hard day for him, and hopefully in the next few weeks he can make the decision and try to help them to get back in the Premier League.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.